Hello and welcome to Moon Spa Mondays episode 6 with Kawaii Mystic Mama. Today has been a little bit of a, it's been a tricky day. It's just been one of those days where we've gone out to do some nice things and basically it seems like the whole world wants to pick a fight with you when you're just going about your business, trying to spread love and light, you know, I mean, not even actively, just being yourself, parking your car, whatever. So, you know, sometimes I think to myself, there's got to be something going on here. I mean, I know Mercury has been retrograding, and moon phases to me do seem to make a big difference. We're in the first quarter at the moment because we're one behind. And the moon, I know, today has entered Pisces. So let's just have a quick look at what might be going on under Pisces to see. As you can see, I put all my cozy stuff. I've got my blanket. This is a chaise longue I got on eBay for 20 quid. Oh, brilliant. My favourite moon painting by Carly Orpen. And my fluffy hat with ears. Just got to snuggle down at these times. And my, oh yeah, just to remind myself, stay wild, moon child, best. So moon in Pisces, sensitive and permeable moon. So there is always the possibility at these times where I'm feeling sensitive. I always do have to acknowledge that. You know what, sometimes I am a bit hypersensitive, and maybe if people sense that in you, then they can almost become more of an aggressor if I'm feeling a bit victimized just generally, or if I'm feeling a bit anxious or I'm feeling a bit stressed. Suddenly all these sort of negative things do start to happen, so there is an attractive power there. So if I've been a bit hypersensitive, maybe I have, maybe it's opened the door to these situations to arise. It talks about intuition, but also says that feelings that haven't been released on other pragmatic moons may be arising at this time. So, yeah. So, my son and I were in the car after a little situation occurred, and I said to him, you know, what I do when I feel like basically my mood has taken a nosedive, my attitude has taken a nosedive because of something that's happened that I've read from Carl Gray in Raise Your Vibration, which is a daily book that you read daily for, I think it's 111 days, some magical number like that. Yeah, that in order to raise your vibration, you can stockpile positive thoughts to bring to mind at a time when you feel like your vibration is sinking and going down. So when we arrived at this lovely park that we wanted to do a walk at, situation happened in the parking area, and then we went into the woods, and we saw this incredible, just entire herd of deer ran past. So I said to him, you know, how are we going to raise our vibration after, you know, what happened before? And he said, well, let's just think about the deer, because those deer are amazing, beautiful, natural creatures, powerful but subtle and gentle, reminding us to be gentle even when people are being aggressive towards us, which I thought was really special. And in fact, funnily enough, Bambi is my bookmark in that book. Yeah, so lots of little reminders and omens coming up about that. There isn't much more I want to say today, really, because it's the winter and it has been getting a lot colder. I've been kind of feeling the vibe of snow, even though it's not snowing here, and it doesn't really snow in the UK. Well, in England it doesn't really snow anymore. You get it up in Scotland, you get it in Wales, and occasionally we'll have a fluttering of snow. But just to kind of get myself in the mood for it, where's my snow pillow? Where's my snow pillow gone? Oh, here it is. It's escaped. This pillow always makes me feel not festive, just actually makes me feel safe and warm, because I feel like being in a cosy log cabin with a fire burning. We don't have log burning fire here, so it's nice to just get that feeling. So I cuddle this pillow, and I think of this film and the incredible scenery from this film that I watched over Christmas, which was about the Norwegian, very long time ago, when they were all wearing animal skins and things, Norwegian Civil War, where they were trying to save the son of the king who was murdered, and taking him across Norway, the hills and the snow and through the forests, to his rightful throne. And it was just amazing. It was subtitled, and it's just something about that film that makes me feel the beauty of nature. And it's probably the way it's filmed so gorgeously, and the pace of it being quite realistic in a way. So that's my cuddle cushion for today. And my last thing, panda slippers. If you need a friend, why not wear them on your feet? These were very cute, incredibly reasonably priced, from Aldi. So I've seen these at Boden before, and they've got little pom-poms for ears. So if you're looking for a lower cost option, try Aldi. Let's pick a card from Carl Gray's Keepers of the Light deck, because he's done me proud today with keeping my vibration a little bit higher, and I've been a bit sensitive and wobbly in places when certain things have arisen. So I'm going to shuffle, and I'm just going to say, oh, something's popped up already. What's the guidance for today for when we're feeling a little bit wobbly and we're feeling like the whole world is against us, which is not true. It's never true. It's never that dark. And how can we best approach that situation? If we suffer from anxiety, which I suffer from anxiety, not in a way like I know some other people do, but it really does affect everything around you when you get these unexplained anxious feelings in the body. It's very physical. Anxiety is a very physical phenomenon, can be kicked off by thoughts and can give rise to anxious thoughts once the physical sensation occurs. So it's chicken and egg situation. Let's see what card we've picked. And I picked this card earlier as well when I was asking about this very thing. I mean, you know, that is, I couldn't have done that. You know, I couldn't have made that happen. So Horus, Cosmic Gateway, we've drawn him before, I believe, on these Moonspire Mondays. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Now, the Keepers of the Light, they never say, this is what you've done wrong today. They say, look, this is what you're capable of. Make sure you channel it in the right way. So Horus is saying to me, you know, you bring these situations to yourself for a reason, either because you've let your vibration slip a little bit, or you maybe haven't done your meditation practice to give yourself that space before you go out into the world, or, you know, maybe you've just brought this situation about to teach yourself how to behave differently in a stressful situation, which I find quite reassuring. And it's, you know, it's always reassuring to know that we can bring situations about. It always seems to be a little bit easier to bring about negative situations than positive ones in the beginning, but as we practice and we become really aware and mindful of what we really are thinking about all the time, because we can be quite unconscious of it, it really changes our world. A friend of mine has had a lot of car trouble recently, in the last couple of months, and she said, I don't know why this keeps happening. You know, every week on the same day it keeps happening, and I don't know what's going on. And she told me before, I'm not happy with how my work is going on those days. I want to change what I'm doing. And I said, I think the fact that you want to change what you're doing is you're putting obstacles in your own way, because you're managing to manifest powerfully what you have projected for the future. It's come into the present because the strength of your manifestation is so much. And it kind of made me laugh. I was like, you've got to laugh about it. Really, you have to. I mean, the situation is being handled from the other end quite well. There's no problem. You haven't caused any trouble to anyone else. I just said, just look at what you're capable of. Imagine if you put your mind, and this goes for all of us. I mean, look at me. This is what I'm being told today. If we put our focus and concentration into the positive, imagine what we can manifest. I mean, imagine what we can bring about. Imagine the culture that we're going to create around ourselves of positivity and well-being and goodness. So I'm going to leave you with that today. I've sort of tired myself out a bit today, to be honest, but it was of my own doing, and I did choose to go out when I could have stayed in. You know, Moon Spa Mondays, spa, generally we're going to stay home. Getting out into nature when everybody else is in the same bit of nature at the same time is probably not the way to go. So I'll remember that for the future and find myself a secret place to go to. Yeah, so I'm sending you lots of love and hugs, and I hope that you can bring these thoughts back to you whenever you feel like you're having a bit of a rough day and a raunchy day and you don't feel so great, or you're not so happy and you want to turn it around. Find that thought, that one beautiful thought, like the song My Favourite Things from The Sound of Music. All these beautiful things that make you smile and make you feel connected to the divine. Bring those things to mind and raise your vibration. I love you. Take care. Mwah.